What up, bitches? It's a misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. Please, Will Smith the shit out of the like button, and let's jump right into this. I want to talk about an MC known as Ras Kass. I've talked about him on my channel before. I want to say out of all the West Coast MCs, he's easily, for me, easily top five of West Coast rappers or MCs. Excuse me. Those OG followers of me know that I've met the man before. I believe it was at the closing of Fat Beats years ago. Very personable, um, cool dude. Put on a performance, and yeah, great core memory for me. Soul on Ice, fucking superb, insane album, classic West Coast lyrical gritty fucking album. Highly recommended to any of y'all following my page on my channel. With that being said, I this bothers me that I got to do videos like this because I know it's not going to uh, bode well with a lot of people, but y'all know me, I really don't give a shit. And over the years, I've come to the realization that when people say you never really want to meet your heroes, there's a reason for that. And so let me jump right into this. The other day, and I meant to do this video fresh when it dropped, but I was having issues with my iMac at home when it comes to the OBS and the voice. The voices were being doubled, the audio was being doubled, so I got to look into that. So I got to resort to this. So the other day, he Ras Kass on his Instagram, he put up a I guess it was a meme, and it was a meme that said Trump kryptonite, and it had images of Kamala Harris, I think Katanji Jackson, I forget, they're all black women, and I forget what the caption was, and um I would link it to you, but I was blocked apparently. And he went on a blocking spree, and mind you, I didn't even say anything to this dude. But anyway, he was getting eaten up in his own comment section, right? Because people are like, basically, y'all know what's going on with the election coming up and this and that. A lot of these celebrities, this is no surprise that they're all, far left or left leaning. Like, everyone knows this, and that's my problem with a lot of these people. And some of y'all know the reoccurring theme in my channel is just be honest about it. I talk about how all these dudes are just fucking leftists. That's it. I mean, it's not really brave. They're saying all the same shit. It's just, this. At this point, I'm not surprised about where celebrities and prominent people lean, okay? But be honest about it. So people were saying, nah, this ain't it, blah, 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 blah. Now I'm voting for Trump, or now I'm not voting for Kamala Harris for whatever reason, right? Okay, cool. So my man, I guess he was on a plane and he arrived back in Cali, and he did a whole video essentially disparaging his fans, or put it this way, the fans, or I guess the segment of fans, me included, I'm throwing myself in there, that agree with or disagree with his take. Now, he was trying to hide behind, and I hate when motherfuckers do this, when they go, oh, well, it was just a joke. Just go on his page and you'll see it's the next video after that meme. He went on a whole thing, and y'all know where or what he's about to say. Oh, you're a white supremacist, you're sexist, this and that. He called people that basically disagree with him white supremacist voyeurs that are just that are on his page. Now, look, all this shit again is not surprising. Um, if you you gotta, how do you square this? First of all, why would a racist white supremacist follow Ras Kass, let alone know who this guy is, number one? But why would that happen? This is like Jussie Smollett shit. When Jussie Smollett said, oh yeah, these white supremacist MAGA guys were waiting for me. Why would they know who the fuck this dude is? They're not going to know who Ras Kass is. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So you're disparaging people simply because they disagree with you politically. Let's just be 100 about it, because we all know, had people laughed with you or majority of people agreed with you, you would have never made that video, homie. Let's be real. If most people were on your side about the Kamala Harris thing, you know what I mean? So let's not play like this is just a joke. And what else did he say? This is something else that pisses me off, that a lot of these people do, is they play like they're centrists. If you look at that comment section, he'll like things that are anti-Trump, promoting Kamala, or middle of the road, like, oh well, two wings of the same bird argument. Y'all heard that before, where people will fence it. If that was true, that you're a centrist, you would have never had to make the response video to nobody. You would have just left it at, yo, listen, it's a joke, yo, vote for whoever you want to, and it would have been done. You wouldn't have to disparage your fans. You wouldn't have to go on a blocking spree. You wouldn't have to do all that weak shit. So we know where you stand. This is what I'm talking about. These people don't need to say it. We all know where you stand, because he tries to say in the video, well, I'm not pro Kamala, but blah, 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 fuck you, blah, 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 get off my page, blah, blah. If you uphold white supremacy and all this nonsense, it's like, dude, how do I look like I uphold white supremacy? What do I look like hanging out with a white supremacist? That don't make sense. And, there was a comment or two talking about, oh, black men doing it. It's like, listen, homie, like, there's reasons why people want to vote the other way. And that's okay. There's one issue voters. There are things that are stronger to other people. That's why they vote that way. It is what it is. But for some strange reason, and I don't understand this, especially with a dude like, as intelligent as Ras Kass is, or at least he portrays, you would think that, don't follow the herd, make your own choice. This is something that people have drilled into our heads as children. And Ras Kass is a perfect example of that, because when he dropped, he wasn't like anybody else that came out, particularly from the West Coast, by the way. So he was going to the beat of his own drum. So if other people are saying, nah, you know what, I'm good on that, I'm going to go this way, why are you disparaging them as racist, as this and that? This is what I'm talking about. All these celebrities, they're all goofballs. These niggas don't know what they're in an ivory tower, essentially. And it's funny, because if you MAGA, if you're a little bit right leaning, what they say? Oh, you're in a cult. Well, what do you call that? What do you call that? Y'all think the same, right? So I mean, it's just hypocritical. That's all I'm trying to say. And back to this center leaning stuff that all these guys try to promote. Another example of this is, you'll see Ice-T. His comment is pinned in Ras Kass's response to the fans. Ice-T is saying, oh yeah, you go in, something to that effect. Yeah, you're right, blah, blah, blah. But this dude just put out a video with his band Body Count, called Fuck What You Heard. Dope track. I love Body Count. The track is basically going at Democrats and Republicans. So, most people could say, okay, it's kind of even keeled, whatever, that's fine. But then if he truly believes that, then why is he in here saying, oh yeah, you're right, blah, 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 blah. Why is he going? Do you see what I'm saying? Yo, these people, they know where they're at. They're in like George Carlin said, it's a giant ass club and you ain't in it. It is what it is. And that's what I mean. Like, none of these dudes, and I think the other reason that they do that, they take that centrist stance, is kind of like with this whole thing that happened with Joe Biden, how he stepped down, because the media, the media was going out here and caping for this dude, even though niggas like me, other people, free thinkers, conservatives, whatever you want to call them, were all calling this out 4 years ago. Yeah, this dude's a gaff machine. This dude's deteriorating. What were they doing? Covering for him until the debate where it was on a friendly network to Biden, I should say. All the stipulations were on Biden's side, giving him the advantage. And guess what? It was so bad that they couldn't cover for him. That's why I believe that a lot of these guys play that game like, oh, well, I'm really a centrist, because if something happens where you can't really get behind it, you could always have plausible deniability. You know what I'm saying? So stop it. Now, I want to give a shout out to another MC who handled this brilliantly. I believe he's another West Coast MC, my man X Rated. Shout out to X Rated because he dropped a couple of videos. I believe it was last week. Oh shit. He dropped a couple videos basically talking about his support for Kamala Harris. I'm not going to go into the reasons because that'll make this video longer than it already is supposed to be. But he did a 2-part video on Instagram. You could go see it for yourself. And there were people that disagreed with him respectfully. I was one of them. I said, yo, I love you, my G, but nah, for me, it's Trump 2024. And he said, oh, okay, cool. He's like, good luck. That's it. He wasn't an asshole. He wasn't calling people racists or sexist because there was other people that disagreed with him. And it was okay. And it was just like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, cool, and that's that. This is why I wish we could go back in time, because the older heads used to tell us, yo, politics and religion are off the dinner table, meaning that you don't lead with that sort of shit. It shouldn't be weaponized. You know what I mean? But, this goes back to, I would say, even Clinton days, maybe even before that, where people started putting that in the forefront and started making accusations about what you are based off of how you lean. So, yeah. How long is this fucking video? Shit. Yeah, I just want to make this video real quick. I know some of y'all gonna say I'm salty because I'm blocked by Ras Kass. These are the same weak people that made that argument about D Nice because of the same shit. And it's like, no, I'm not salty about that because life goes on. I don't need to be on the page. You see, I'm not hurt. I'm just calling out hypocrisy. Don't claim to be this dude that's centrist and I'm this and I'm that. And I'm intelligent and you're putting all this stuff out there, and then you run back and say, well, you could vote for whoever you want. If that was the case, then guess what? You wouldn't be mad when people respectfully disagree with you. And here's another side note too. If you're going to call people racist and say they're sexist and everything, start putting them on blast. Just put it out there, because nowadays people use racism and it's the boy who cried wolf. Because a lot of people know that that's one of these emotional tethers, and they know, particularly us as black folk, are very emotional. When we hear racism, oh my God, everyone got to stop in their tracks. No, put those people on blast. That's why, if you follow pop culture, like Star Wars and that Rose Tico situation, people were saying, oh my God, she's being trolled, death threats, all these racist attacks. Meanwhile, none of those things were ever put forward. We're living in the era of Jussie Smollett, lots of race hoaxes, all this stuff. So listen, that don't work anymore. You know what I mean? You got to come forward with evidence. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't, as well as evidence. So again, and to disparage your fans, people who have basically helped you eat and then some, that doesn't make any sense. No racist, no white supremacist is going to do that. So again, yeah, listen, if I'm blocked, it's whatever. I really don't give a fuck. I just want to call out hypocrisy and show y'all that this is another example of how these guys that are prominent, that are celebrities, they can't hack it. They're just as fragile as they say, they project onto other people. They say, oh yeah, these people are fragile. Meanwhile, if it was just a joke, no harm, no foul, right? But anyway, that's it. I rambled far too long. Y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Also subscribe, and that's it. Peace, bitches.